This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the DC Multiverse Vixen and Gotham by Gaslight Batman. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that both figures are showcased in your standard DC Multiverse window box packaging. Turning both boxes around, we can see images of the characters at the top, and at the center, the Collected Connect Super Lex Luthor figure, and on the left, all the other figures from this lineup. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here's both figures out of their boxes. And man, these are pretty decent figures from Mattel. I am so stoked that we're finally getting Vixen in this line. That has been long overdue. She's a pretty cool figure that does have some minor things wrong with her. But I absolutely love this Batman. I am a big fan of the Gotham by Gaslight storyline, and I think Mattel did a great job with this piece. Now that's not to say any of these figures are perfect, but they're still pretty cool for what you get. But before we take a closer look at the figures, let's take a look at their accessories. So starting off with Vixen, we get the upper torso for the Super Lex. We also get an eagle spirit. And for Batman, we get the cape for the Super Lex, his head sculpt. For Batman, we get 4 interchangeable hands and 4 throwing daggers. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Vixen and Gotham by Gaslight Batman. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Vixen and Batman. So, I love what Mattel has been doing as of late. So this is kind of an older wave, this came out last year and whatnot. But I still want to check it out because I want to see, keep seeing what the quality of what Mattel has been doing lately. So let's check it out. So I'm going to start off with Vixen here. Now, I absolutely love the Vixen character. I think she's really, really cool. And I think for the most part, Mattel did a fantastic job with this piece. I think her face sculpt came out fantastic. I think they did such a good job with the paint apps and whatnot. Those earrings just look fantastic with that gold paint. Her hair is amazing. I love the detail that they got with her hair and whatnot. Just looks really, really good. There's even a wash in there, or a little dry brushing. That looks great. For the most part, the paint looks fantastic on this with the yellow and whatnot. The yellow and black, I think, just came out really, really nice. Looks good all around. I hate the fact that we get all the write-ups just across her back right there, just in big, bold lettering and whatnot. That annoys the hell out of me. That's too much. That's across her entire back. I just can't stand that. That pisses me off, actually. Bracers around her little wrists look nice. All the paint ups around here look really clean for the most part. The boots look really, really good. I love where they're going with the female bodies, because now they're actually basing more of the female bodies off their WWE line, which are a lot better than what they were doing for the DC line. So now they're using more of those body molds and whatnot, playing off those. So these work a lot better. I do got some paint smudging right here. You can kind of see that it's just chipped and whatnot. I don't know if it looks like glue peeled off that. That's really weird, but good thing it's under the arm, but it's still something to note. I have a couple smudges on the thighs and whatnot. Nothing too crazy, but overall still looks really, really good. Her only main accessory besides the Collected Connect part is the eagle right here. Now, we've seen this bird plenty of times from Mattel. They just reuse the same mold over and over from Masters of the Universe Classics. We've seen it with Beast Boy back in the day, just in green. But now we have it in that purple color, that translucent purple, which is freaking rad. I like that a lot. You know, could have her summoning her eagle power and whatnot so she can fly and things like that. So that's very, very cool. I love this accessory. I kind of wish that we would have got a second animal of some sort in the same color. But Mattel kind of cheaped out and just reused the mold in this color, which is still pretty cool, especially if you have all these birds, you know, lined up. It'd be pretty nice to see all that. So let's take a look at articulation here. So hit it on a ball joint, does roll around, does turn left and right. Arms can go full 360, but it's really, really tight on here. Almost insanely too tight. I could heat those up, but I don't really want to do too much. But you can get some nice motion out of there. A single bend at the elbow, which is a little weak. Rotation at the elbow, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We get a ball peg just below the breast right there, so that kind of rolls around a little bit. Turns left and right a tiny bit, pivots, crunches back and forth a tiny bit. So not a whole lot of motion there. We got hip joints that kick forward that much. Back, not so much because she got a fat booty. We can do the splits, very nice about that far. Rotation in that upper thigh. We got double jointed knees. We got ankle joints, let's pull the toe up and down, and a decent ankle rocker. So overall, pretty cool for the most part. Again, aside from some paint issues and whatnot, and that god-awful printing or the writing that's on there in the back is just kind of ridiculous. So it is what it is. So now let's take a look at Batman. I freaking love this figure. I think this Mattel has just done a really good job with this version right here. I love the Gotham by Gaslight storyline. I love the animated movie and whatnot, even with the changes. I think Mattel kicked ass with this Batman figure. My only really complaint that I've seen with this so far is that his face paint looks a little too globbed on, you know. It's not as clean as I'd like, but it still looks pretty badass, everything all around and whatnot. Even you can see the kind of like the stitching around the Bat logo, all the folding in the shirt and whatnot. I love the little straps right here on the side. Just look fantastic. Holster for all those daggers. All those daggers can be removed. The paint wash on the belt looks really, really good. I love the way the boots came out. They even have like a little bit of texture on there. Looks really good. Got some bat booty. The cape is soft goods, thank God, because I hate plastic capes. This works out really, really nice. It has a nice like leather-like material to it. Just looks really freaking cool. The collar area looks really good. I mean, I love this Batman. This is one of the best Batman figures I've seen from Mattel in a very long time. And trust me, I have almost all of them in the past, like, 20 years. This guy came out really good. I love the build, the structure of him, the body mold used here looks really, really cool. I dig this a ton, man. This is really cool. So we do get some accessories with him besides the collected Connect parts. That being some interchangeable hands. What I do like, the interchangeable hands work out really nice with these. The pegs are solid. They're not too hard to pop on and off, but when you got them on there, they're really solid. So, damn, this is a really good piece. Again, I love that little daggers are stored in the belt. It's a little tricky because he does have a gripping hand. Nothing to really hold. Those handles are too small. So what you're kind of forced to do is like stick them between the fingers of these more like open palm hands and whatnot. But it still works out very, very nice. So let's take a look at his articulation. Head is on a ball joint, does roll around, does turn left and right. It is hindered by the collar a bit, so it will hit in the sides like that. Arms can go all the way up about that far. They're going to be hindered by the shoulder pads. Can go out about that far. Rotation at the bicep. A single bend at the elbow. Rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We got an ab crunch that crunches back and forth. That works out really, really nice. Rotation at the waist. That works really good. Hip joints can kick forward that much. Back a tiny bit. Splits, very nice. Rotation in the upper thigh. We got a double jointed knee that works really good. Ankle joints, pulls it, point the toe up and down, and a freaking great ankle rocker. So I am surprised at how much I love this Batman figure. He's freaking really good. And I'm always really kind of nitpicky when it comes to Batman because that's my boy. And I expect him to be on point all the time, but Mattel's kind of been dropping the ball here and there. This guy's really freaking cool, especially if you love the Gotham by Gaslight story. This guy's badass. So I think both these figures are, for the most part, really good, and it's really exciting to see what Mattel has been doing to get better with the DC line. Even though I know I've heard stories about DC losing the license, I don't know what scale and the details of that, because I think they're still going to be able to keep the 6-inch line. I'm not sure, but still, these are great pieces, and I think they are definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here they are standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And just for fun, here they are standing next to a little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the DC Multiverse Vixen and Gotham by Gaslight Batman. Now overall, I think these are really cool figures. It's about time that we finally have Vixen in this line. I love this piece for so many reasons, but she does have some issues. I kinda wish she had better articulation and more interchangeable hands. I love the eagle effect piece that she comes with, but that head and hair sculpt are fire. I absolutely love what they did here. So I give her a rating of 3 Bat Bombs out of 5. And Batman is freaking awesome. I love this piece. This is one of the better Mattel figures that we've seen in quite some time. He has a really nice sculpt, paint. I love all the throwing daggers, the soft good cape, the articulation. Everything is just really, really good about him. And I think Mattel did an amazing job. So he gets a rating of 4 Bat Bombs out of 5. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.